I read today that someone was going to nominate Trump for Speaker. Please tell me that is not possible.
Yes, breaking. Trump is considering a trip to Congress next week to pitch himself as a candidate for House Speaker. When I look across social media, I can see how liberals are melting down like never before.
Yeah, so Trump just posted this about an hour ago. I really think he wants to be Speaker. And the Super MAGA fans, well, they want it too. It's all over his Truth Social. Their names are so weird. Aaron of Magadonia, Ultimate Warrior. I say, go for it. I'm not sure where you're going to find the time because you said they're taking you off the campaign trail with all these indictments, but sure, go ahead, become Speaker. Does it pay well? Is that why you might do it? And we can see a little glimpse of what a Trump presidency would look like. I mean, it would be a far-right extremist agenda. No reaching across the aisle, no way, no bipartisanship to help the American people. Definitely a government shutdown. He would weaponize the shit out of that gavel. It'd be like the revenge gavel. A little glimpse. Republicans, if you actually do this, I think you lose all credibility and respect. MAGA's gonna MAGA. You don't have to MAGA with them.
The panic is enormous. You can see it clearly, and Jim Jordan name surfacing on social media. A lot of people are criticizing him, going back to dig his past, pertaining to this. This is concerning. I have a couple of videos I'm going to play so you can see exactly what is going on. According to this article, Politico recently put out, the former president is open pitching himself as a speaker candidate. According to a Republican familiar with internal discussions, former President Donald Trump is considering a visit to the Capitol next week where he is open to pitching himself as a speaker candidate. According to a Republican familiar with internal discussions.
So Jim Jordan wants to be Speaker, and this is what he had to say. We are at a critical crossroad in our nation's history. Now is the time for our Republican conference to come together to keep our promises to Americans. So if you don't know who Jim Jordan is, he is a representative of Ohio. He used to be assistant coach at a university, and he allowed the head coach to abuse many, many children. So he's got that going for him. But he is the number one dude that has been coming after Joe Biden and all of these fake conspiracy theory hearings that they've been having. He's the one that allows Marjorie Taylor Greene to show porn on the House floor. This guy wants to be third in line for the presidency. This guy tried to overthrow the government on January 6th. This guy shouldn't even be in office. And I'm curious, what promises have you made to the American people, Jim Jordan? You guys have no fucking policy. You're just there to try to impeach Joe Biden. Name me one Republican policy right now. Oh, tax breaks. More old white men getting more money. They do nothing to help the American people. It's all a fucking scam.
I'm actually speechless to reply a person like this. When you look at what she is pointing out, I don't know if she's actually ashamed of even saying this. Even The View had the same talking point. This racist Sunny Hostin had this to say.
I will just say about Jim Jordan, he has been called by his own party, by John Boehner, a political terrorist. He's also been linked to the Ohio State sexual abuse scandal. I testified in front of Congress about something so simple, cameras in courtrooms. He came in late, he looked disheveled, and he immediately was screaming and yelling and terrorized me and the other experts on the panel. And describing him as a terrorist is exactly that. He's a chaos agent, and it came out of nowhere, and he had no command of the subject that we were talking about, which made it even scarier. So to have him, the thought of him being the Speaker of the House, I think leads to more chaos for
But his role model is Donald Trump, who has no...
I can't believe you would accept the job without that one vote margin to vacate. It's suicidal. I mean, he had 210 votes supporting him, and now he's out of a job. It's impossible to keep 218 people happy all the time.
It is what it is, but I think, again, we have to, as a conference, as Republicans, figure that out. If I'm Speaker, I'm not going to go to the Democrats and make the change because they're going to want some kind of other agreement on some other things. Right. I think you have to work that out with your party. As I've said a couple times, I think I can make that happen.
What about Ukraine? Are you willing to move forward with an aid package for Ukraine if you're Speaker?
I'm against that. What I understand is at some point we're going to have to deal with this appropriation process in the right way. And we're going to try to do that in the next, what are we down to, 41 days. The most pressing issue on Americans' mind is not Ukraine. It is the border situation, and it is crime on the street.
Liberals are fond of this. They will always try to tarnish your name when a position seeking is up like this. But it is crazy. I've seen some people expressing concern since Jim Jordan is against the support for Ukraine. A lot of people actually like the idea that he should be Speaker. I want to know your opinion on the comment sections. A lot of people have often expressed satisfaction with what is going on. Jim Jordan said he will contact Trump. People said they like Trump to be the Speaker. It will be, I don't even know how I'll describe it, because when I look at if Trump is elected as Speaker, a lot of things will happen. It will be very interesting to actually see what will be going on. I will read this out so you can understand exactly what is happening. Trump will come speak to the House Gov sometime before lawmakers' internal Speaker election, which is set to happen on Wednesday. That person said a final decision hasn't yet been made. The final Gov will meet Tuesday for an internal candidate forum. It is not clear if Trump, the frontrunner in the 2024 presidential primary, will actually run for Speaker. Jim Jordan is already in the race. Jim Jordan told MSNBC that he discussed his speakership bid with Trump next week. It remains a long-held idea. The House has never elected a Speaker who wasn't a member of Congress, though it is not technically a constitutional requirement. Trump could also run into problems with the Gov on conference rules, which state a member of Gov leadership is required to step aside if indicted for a felony for which a sentence of 2 more years imprisonment may be imposed. I think I put out a video partaking through this. These people are repeating this same talking point. Now I believe you saw all that, how these ladies are going off on Jim Jordan. It is crazy. For the past years, they don't talk about this. Now, because Jim Jordan is surfacing to contest this insane calculating the view is bringing up insane point, partaking to it. Going down the article, still the former president has openly flirted with the idea of becoming Gov Speaker in the days since Kevin McCarthy's fall, and several members, including Representative Kellogg Green, have backed the idea. There is something I wanted to say. If you notice, my view count on this channel is not going up because they have been suppressed. To fight this, it is only to always share some of the videos I put out here. It helps to reach more people like never before, like I have been doing. I will never stop. Even a single person watching me, I will continue to put out update like I do before. God bless you and see you on my next clip.